and the ATL. We just had a great show. Shout out to Lady B. But my brother came through. My man, M.I.L.K, poet extraordinaire, host, MC, mastermind of a lot of things, man. Welcome to the show, my brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you being here, man. So, I learned something new today. I knew one of the meaning of the acronym M.I.L.K, but you had like 3 or 4 after that, man. So let's share with my viewers what M.I.L.K stands for.
It stands for making intelligence look cool. It stands for man I like to know. It also stands for master in lyrical knowledge. That's what it stands for.
I love it, man. Now I gotta ask some of the tips and stuff. What got you into this art form? What got you to writing?
Well, the thing about writing, man, I don't feel like you choose spoken word. Spoken word chooses you. I mean, so you can want to do this, but spoken word calls you. It calls. It wakes you up out of your sleep.
I like that, man.
That's what it does to you.
Wow.
And it haunts you until you get them thoughts out of your head.
So when was that? What was that moment like for you when it called you in?
Probably like 16, 17, something like that.
Really?
But I wasn't getting on stage. I was just writing. I didn't even know it was a poetry world.
Really?
I didn't know at all. No.
So would you say hip hop influenced you? I know you're heavy into hip hop.
Man, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Big L, Big Pun, Pop. Even we go new Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, J.I.D.
Ooh, J.I.D. tough.
I love hip hop. I love hip hop.
For those y'all don't know, my man M.I.L.K, he represents the DMV.
Most definitely.
Up in here, man, he came down to the A.
Yeah.
Man, so like.
No, I represent Baltimore.
Excuse me?
I'm picking with you.
I'm about to say, that's the DMV.
Can I say this? No.
Go ahead.
I don't represent, I'm from Baltimore, but I represent black people.
Ooh.
Can I tell you why?
Talk to me.
All right, so when you think about Philly, what you think?
Philly cheesesteak.
When you think about Chicago, what you think?
Windy City.
When you think about Baltimore, what you think?
First thing come to my mind, Ravens.
All right, most of the time when I ask people those questions, they think crime.
Oh, wow.
So when you say black people, what you think?
Oh, no, man.
So I represent black people. That's what I represent.
I like it.
Yeah. See, like the thing is, why I rock with you because you're real. Like a lot of times, what happen is like I'm from up north, you from down south. That's supposed to be a line between us.
Mason Dixon.
It's supposed to be a line. It ain't no line. If you real and you black, we the same.
Right. Fact.
So that's how I look.
That's a dope point of view.
Yeah. But if you start throwing the lines, I'm from here, you from there, she from there, and she from. No, your accent like this, my accent like this, it separates us.
And it was so funny when we talked about earlier that a lot of people migrated. I was talking about man in there, like we all migrated and we all really from the same place. One of the most famous quotes I ever heard, Malcolm X said, "We got to stop talking about the South. You south of the Canadian border, the South, because the experience is the same, man."
Most definitely.
You know, that's a dope thing. That opened my eyes up, really, because we all the same. And when I really started traveling, I started saying, man, we may sound different, but we really have the same experiences, just different flavors.
Yes, we do.
Across the whole map.
That's why I say I represent black.
I love it.
That's what I represent.
So what is it like? I know you shared me earlier. I want you to share with the viewers. What was it like? Your first taste of getting on stage, and what inspired that, and what you got from it?
Well, the very first time I got on stage, I was scared, man. It's fear. It's fear because you don't want to, you want to impress. I want to impress myself, and I want to impress the audience at the time, right? But then as I got older and kept doing it over and over, I realized it's not about impressing nobody besides yourself. That's what it's about. It's about impressing yourself when you're on stage. A lot of times, people might say, read the room. No, don't read the room. Do what's in your heart. Do what the source tell you to do. You know what I mean? If you do what the source tell you to do, you're always gonna be right. But sometimes you might read the room. You might read the room wrong. But if the source,
that's dope. I like that.
If the source tell you to do it this, you do this. Sometimes the source might even tell me, don't get on stage. Like tonight, I didn't get on stage.
I wondered that, bro. I was waiting for you.
The source told me, come and support you. That's it. The source didn't tell me to get on stage tonight. I don't go against the source. Every time I went against the source, I get on stage and I stumble, I forget. All type of crazy stuff happens. So whatever the source say, I did. If the source told me to get up there tonight, I got up there.
I like that, man. Yeah. One thing I admire about you, bro, I'll never say, I'm working to give people their flowers now, man. That your competitiveness, and people, I want y'all to really pay attention to this, it's not and to extend to anyone else, but you put the onus on yourself.
Most definitely.
Like, I'm competitive. I'm about to go kill this because your only competition is you. And I guess I'm interpreting that way.
Yeah.
But I love how you come in with that confidence, and people sometimes misconstrue confidence with arrogance. Nah. You should be confident in yourself. Especially if you know you work hard at your craft. And then I want you,
if you work hard
at your craft, man, and you know, like, okay, I know this success looks like this.
No.
I'm putting this work to get like this. And I'm here, so this is it. I'm doing this, so I'm going to be successful from here on out. Because I've done what it takes to be successful.
Yeah. It takes a lot of work to get nice.
Facts.
It takes a lot of work, and it's a lot of nice pools, especially in Georgia. It's a lot of nice pools down here. So you're not just going. You got to work hard to get to the level where as though you consider one of the elites to go behind or go before somebody. Because you can get wiped out on stage.
True that.
You can get you can not even exist that night on stage based on who get on before you or after you. And you don't want to be like that. You want to be a person where as though when people leave, they say, I remember. I've been at museums with my wife, and people come up to me and say, I remember you. I've been out dancing with my wife. Somebody point, hey, M.I.L.K, I remember you. And that means a lot because I'm sure that night it was a lot of people on that stage. A lot of dope people at that. So, yeah.
Give me a story where, you still kind of new, you're green at it, and you're about to be in a position where you have to really, like, bring it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that moment, and who inspired you to get to that level?
Well, I think the very first time that I needed to bring it was probably my first feature. My first feature was with Reflective Soul, God Best Shavar Soul.
Yes.
That was my first feature, and I've seen features, but like to me, features like dropping an album. Like, yeah, you can get up there and do one poem, but can you hold the attention of people for 15, 20 minutes? And there was a lot of pressure because I wanted to do it right. I want to make sure my transitions are perfect because I feel like when I look at people do features, some people don't know how to transition things correctly. Sometimes people do this poem when they should have did this poem behind this one. It's a certain thing you have to do. So I think that was my the hardest thing I had to do. But for me myself, you said where I was inspired from. I would say I was just inspired by seeing, believe it or not, seeing people I believe do it incorrectly. You know what I mean? Because like one of my gifts is this. One of my strongest gifts is seeing something and know how to make it better. I've helped people with albums. I've executive produced a B-Rock album. I've executive produced Skywalker album. I've executive produced multiple Skywalker albums. There's a lot of things I've been a part of. I'm also part of a collective called VIP, Village Inspired Poet. And it's one of my strongest gifts. So for me, all I had to do when I first did my first feature was basically record myself. I did my whole feature, recorded it, watched it, and say, what do you need to change? And be real with yourself.
So you have like that, like a team perspective, like a coach. You do a game, you're going to watch the tape, watch the film, and we're going to work on things. I like that.
To this day, if I do a feature, I will do my whole feature and I will look at the feature and say, what do you need to change? What need to be done? Because the thing is, and also when I practice, I turn the TV on loud to see if I can do it without being interrupted. So and these are things, I never had a mentor. I just had to figure this out on my own.
That's dope.
And this is how I figured it out.
But you made it work, man.
I'm always going to make it work, man. That's what we do. We black.
I love it. I love it,
black,
man. Well, tell my viewers, man, where they can find you at, man.
You can find me at This M.I.L.K, all platforms. I also have a podcast. I'm a part of a collective called Village Inspired Poet. I also have merchandise. I have hoodies, shirts. And you can see me every third Saturday at Cass Cafe. We've been doing our show for 7 years. This year will be our 8th year. And also, just, I just want you to enjoy yourself. And I want you to enjoy life. And more than anything, make sure you stay focused on anything that you want to do. And if you want to get into spoken word shit, make sure that you stay focused. And if there's other people out here that's better than you, don't worry. You just stay focused. You stay humble because everybody's voice is meant to be heard. So even though it's people out here at this level, and you might be at this level, it's people in that audience that need to hear this level that night, and maybe not this level. So just stay focused.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I ain't nothing else for me to say. He said it all right now, man. Thank y'all for tuning in within the story. I'm gonna have all these links in the description, man. Make sure y'all continue to support. Y'all know what it is. Be love, be great, be kind. See y'all next time. Peace.
Yeah, that's that feel good.